Hi, and welcome to our What Sold video for May 5th through 11th. I'm Wendy.
And I'm Cevin.
And together we're Nina's Jewels. Today we're going to go over what sold for the week of May 5th through 11th, and we're going to do something fun. Kevin is going to challenge me with a taste test, so stay tuned for that later on in the video. So let's go ahead and dive into what sold for this week. Ready?
Yep.
All right.
Let's go.
So the first thing that sold was an Auto one size mesh snapback beige Mamaka Bulls trucker cap.
Mamaka.
This is a restaurant, I guess, or a food truck or something. We picked this up in the Goodwill bins. We didn't know what it was at the time that we picked it up. We thought it looked cool. And then it ended up being like kind of not worth anything, but you know how we are. We're going to...
In the bins, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's worth a shot.
And you know how we are. We're going to list it anyway. This was, I think, destined for our garage sale. We had it, let me see. Yes, this was going to the garage sale, and it sold right before our garage sale, which is going to be in 2 weeks. So this one headed out the door right before then. But we had picked this up in the bins for 68 cents, and it sold for $11.48. So it ended up selling anyway.
It's more than we would have gotten in the garage sale by far.
Oh, definitely.
So
we probably would have sold it for like 50
I'll take
cents.
it. Yeah, or dollar tops.
Okay, next up was a New Testament Psalms King James version of a white pocket Bible. It was from 1989, and we found this at the thrift store for 51 cents. It sold for $9.99. Next up was a DeWalt 20-volt Max cordless air inflator owner's instruction manual only. This we got at a garage sale for $1. People always look at us so strangely when we pick up owner's manuals, and we're like, we'll take this.
A lot of times they'll just give you manuals.
They will, a lot of times.
And they, like I said, we've said before, they sell all the time. They take up no space.
Yeah.
And you can get them for free a lot.
Exactly. This one only sold for $10, but sometimes manuals can sell for up to like $30. So
and it's just like a front and back shot, camera-wise. It's super
I did have
easy.
somebody reach out to us through questions the other day about one of the manuals we had listed. I mean, you're not going to take a picture of every page of the manual.
Is it just the 2 pages or all the pages?
Yeah.
I'm like, if I took a picture of every single page, you
already have the information.
You'd read all the pages.
Yeah. So I was like, what? Are you like trying to
At least he didn't say like, I'm going to need you to send me a picture of every page just to make sure they're there.
Which I think we've had somebody do before, and we were like, I'm sorry, we can't do that.
We're not stupid.
Yeah, no.
Well, we are. But we're not that stupid.
We're not that stupid. Next up was a really good sale. This was like not a very good week as far as sales go on the whole, but we had a couple of really good sales. So this one was a Betsy Johnson purse. It was a small purse, crossbody style. It was brown and yellow. It was faux leather, and it was in the shape of a pretzel.
It was a really cute little purse.
It was super cute. And Betsy Johnson does a lot of stuff that's like real kitschy, so I actually used the word kitsch in the title. And I had gotten this at a garage sale for $5. It did have like a little bit of wear and spots of wear on it. Those little white pretzel the little salt pieces, which were actually little pearlized studs on the purse, had some wear on them as well. But this is a really hard to find item. A lot of Betsy Johnson's items are, not all, but a lot of them are, especially the purses and the wallets that are real kitschy like this. And they will sell for a lot, so be on the lookout for those. This one sold very, very quickly for our full asking price of $129.99. So that was a really good pickup.
And we only paid $5 for it.
Exactly.
Nice. I thought that was another misspelling where you said kitsch. I thought you misspelled clutch.
No.
Because she's been misspelling things a lot.
I have been misspelling things a lot. All right, next up was a Poshmark sale. And if you've been watching our channel recently, you know that we have more than doubled our sales on Poshmark, and that's due to Posh Sidekick. It is a really great app that goes in and interacts with Poshmark for you. It shares your closet, it follows people, it sends offers for you, and does all of that stuff that you need to do on a daily basis to keep your sales up on Poshmark, because if you're a user of Poshmark, you know that Poshmark just takes a lot of babysitting and a lot of work, and Posh Sidekick will do that for you. So if you're interested in looking into that or getting more information, we do have a link down below. And if you want to sign up for Posh Sidekick, we have a coupon code, the Nina's Jewels 10, that will give you 10% off of your subscription. So definitely check that out. But what we sold on Poshmark this week was a Nanette Lepore women's juniors neon cloud skater tank dress. We got this at a thrift store a long time ago, and it took a long time to sell.
That was a long time ago.
But this dress was so cute. I don't know why it took so long to sell.
Everything we got from that thrift store way back took a long time to sell.
I feel like maybe we just had it. We were really kind of green, and we probably overpriced it all. And then once you've overpriced something, I think...
And we overpaid for it.
Yeah. Well, not on this. We only paid $3.61
as a general rule, we wouldn't pay as much as we paid at this store.
But this one sold on Poshmark for $20. And just a quick side note on Poshmark sales, because on our disclosures at the beginning of the video, it says that all of our prices include the buyer's all-in price. That is actually not true for Poshmark. I probably need to update that.
Different, yeah.
Poshmark, the buyers pay the shipping separately. And so when I say $20 is how much they paid, they actually paid $20 plus shipping. So just a side note on that. Okay, next up was another eBay sale. This was a 26-inch Euro pillow sham by Kate Spade. It was new in the package. We got this at a garage sale for $1, and it sold for $34 even.
Nice.
Yeah. Next up was a Mexican folk art hand-painted green and purple clay pottery talavera. That's the style of this kind of pottery.
That's cute.
And it was a frog. We got this out of a storage unit for $1.16. We actually dropped it on the concrete floor in the storage unit. And it didn't break. So it was a tough little guy. And it sold for $18 even. Didn't even get a chip on it.
Mm-mm.
So it was well made.
It really was well made.
Next up was a 1989 Mattel All-Stars Aerobics Barbie replacement outfit. It included the leotard and the leg warmers. This was gifted to us to sell by family. We had no cost, and it sold for $14.99. Next up was a Skybox Master Series Malibu Comics Ultraverse Complete set of cards, including an acrylic box. This was Kevin's, and it sold for $18.38.
That's the second. I had two of them at one point. That's the second one. They're all gone now.
Yeah. Next up was a box for a Canon PowerShot A3400 IS in red, and it also included a wrist strap. It did not have the camera in it. Actually, when we bought this, it had a camera in it, but it was not that camera. It was a different brand. I don't remember what kind it was.
I have no
not
idea.
A Canon,
I don't
though.
remember this.
It was like a Kodak camera or something. And we sold the camera a long time ago, and I was like, you know what? Let's just list the box and the wrist strap. Somebody will eventually buy it.
And they did.
And like 2 years later, they did.
I mean,
so we had
$5.
paid, I think we paid $10 for the whole thing. And so I said we paid $5 for the camera, $5 for the box and the wrist strap sold for $16.99. So anything will sell.
It's true.
Next up was the brand was Dark Lightning. So dramatic. Dark Lightning. I don't know why you would associate the name Dark Lightning with something that has to do with swimming. I mean, it seems like a bad idea to me.
And it's kids.
Right. Like, what were they thinking? There was no focus group on that one, I guess.
And crocodile. Like, there's a lot of things you don't want near your kids. Dark, lightning, and crocodiles.
So this was some of those, I call them water wings or a puddle jumper. It's the little armbands with like a small connected flotation device for kids, water safety in the water. We had gotten this at a garage sale for $2, and it sold on Mercari for $3.75 plus shipping. Is that how that was? Because that doesn't seem right.
It must have
Let's look real quick.
It must have had shipping on it.
Because that can't be right. Here we go. Yeah, it sold for $3.75 plus shipping. The buyer paid shipping. So we were trying to clear that one out.
$8.74 all in, looks like.
Yeah. We were trying to clear that one out because we've had it for a very, very long time.
Yeah, we did not make much, but that was going to be going to the garage sale as well, probably.
We actually bought 2 sets of water wings at this garage sale, and the first pair sold a long time ago, and for some reason this one didn't sell. Okay, next up...
Glad to get rid of it. It was bulky.
Absolutely, yeah. Next up was a women's size extra small black sheer layered beaded tank flapper dress by the brand Frenchie. This is a brand that comes from Nordstrom, a very nice dress, but extra small is a hard size to sell. This came from the thrift store for $4.92, and it sold for $21.44. The buyer paid however much they paid for it, then plus, I think, $7.99.
No, I think it was like $8.50 or something.
Let's see. The buyer paid $12.99 plus $8 in shipping-ish, something like that. They might have gotten a little bit of a discount. And then they reached out to us and said, can I have it by X date, which was within the shipping range that it stated on eBay. So I responded back and said, it looks like the shipping range says that it will make it to you by then. And they said, well, I need it for an event. Can you ship it priority? And I said, well, we ship everything out Ground Advantage according to our shipping policies. And she responded back and said, it'll probably fit in a priority flat rate envelope. Can you put it in one of those? And at this point, I was feeling a little bit like, like you're telling me how to do my job and cutting into my profits a little bit. But you know what? That we had this dress for so long, I didn't really want to lose the sale. And I was just like, okay, you know what? We're just going to do this. The only thing I don't know.
And it was only going to be $1 something more than what Ground was going to be anyway.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have to use our own envelope. We could use a priority envelope. It was fine.
And I understand like needing it and needing to get it on time, but I don't know.
It was a bit demanding.
It was a bit demanding. Like, a bit demanding.
You do this.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. If we get a return request on this dress, I'll be super frustrated. But if the sale sticks and everything goes fine, then it's fine. Yeah.
We made a little bit on it. We got rid of it.
Exactly.
It's all good.
Exactly.
It's all good.
Yeah. I hope she got it and she wore it to her event and it was wonderful. That's what I really, truly hope that. All right, next up was the brand was called Pinehurst, and it was a boys large dry fit purple heather silky t-shirt. It was brand new without the tags, and we had 2 of these. I think we might still have one.
We have another one.
Okay, yeah, we had 2. I listed them as a quantity. For a long time, I had them listed as a lot, I think, and then they weren't selling that way. So at some point, I changed them up and did them as a quantity. And this one finally sold for $7.89. This was gifted to us. We had no cost, and so we still made some profit on that. Next up was a vintage Kodak 50-pack of lintless lens cleaning paper and a 1.25 ounce lens cleaner solution. They were all new in package. And we got this at the church rummage sale where we got all the photography items. We paid $1 for it, and it sold for $13.58. Next up was a really cute Dachshund collector plate by the Danbury Mint.
Cute.
Everybody likes Dachshunds. This was gifted to us to sell. We had no cost. Typically, we would not list a collector's plate. Collector's plate traditionally...
We wouldn't buy a collector's plate.
We wouldn't buy one. I normally wouldn't
them.
even list it. I mean, honestly, most collector's plates do not sell, but I think the fact that this had Dachshunds on it definitely helped.
Yeah.
I mean, I would look up a collector's plate if we got it for free to see how it did, but I decided to list this one because it had Dachshunds on it, and I think that Dachshunds are popular, and so Dachshund items tend to sell better. This sold actually pretty fast for $17.
I guess the only time we'd ever get a plate is if we were gifted it or if we found it in a storage unit.
Exactly.
That'd be about the only times you'll see a plate listed from us.
Yeah. Next up was a Albuquerque Red Devils. This was a strange item. This was a fan group. How would you say that? This was a Manchester United group of fans that live in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I didn't research it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember the button.
But that's what it was. So,
interesting.
Manchester United is a soccer team in the UK. Football soccer team in the UK. And this was a group of fans that just made an official fan group. Is that how you would say that?
Fan club?
Fan club, yeah. It didn't sound right when I was saying it, but I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So it was this was a fan club in Albuquerque, Albuquerque, New Mexico, devoted completely to their support of Manchester United.
That is incredibly random.
I know. And I was like, you know what? Am I going to list this? We had gotten this, let's see, from a thrift store. It was just in a bag of other random pins and patches that we had gotten. We had paid 40 cents for it. And I was like, I don't know if I should list this. Like, obviously, I could not find any more listed. It was such a niche specific
I'm surprised
item.
there was enough of a market for somebody to actually buy it.
I was shocked when somebody bought it. I was like, it doesn't take up any space. I'm just going to list it and see what happens. If it doesn't sell after a year, we'll probably just pull it out of our inventory.
And I think that I paid $2 for the entire bag of, it was like a bunch of buttons and lanyard, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think I paid $2 for the whole bag. So
it sold fast too.
Yeah, it did sell fast.
Yeah,
so money back for the bag.
Sold for $8.48.
Now everything else, if it ever sells, is gravy.
And we got positive feedback on it, and I don't know if it was like somebody from that fan club that bought it, or just somebody that supports Manchester.
It had to be somebody from that fan group. I don't know why anybody else would want that.
Such a weird thing.
There's no reason a normal Man U fan would want that.
Okay, next up was a New Testament maroon pocket Bible. This was a Gideon Bible from 2013. We got this at the thrift store for 70 cents, and it sold for $11.99. Next up was a lot of 2 Dockers Classic Fit chinos. These were gifted to us to sell. We had no cost, and they sold for $24 even.
We've been selling a lot of men's pants lately.
Well, we listed a lot of men's pants.
Oh, that might be why.
That's how that works. Next up was a lot of 2 PSP games. It included Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, and Pirates of the Caribbean. We got these at a garage sale for $2, and they sold very fast for $14.99. Next up was a Forever 21 exclusive pewter sequin V-neck mini cocktail dress. This we got at a garage sale for $1, and it sold for $15.98. Next up was a Twister brown laced dress up Woody style, like from Toy Story, Western cowboy hat.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
I was so glad to get rid of that thing.
Took up a lot of space in the hat bin.
And you can't fold it down because it's a big old hat, and it just sat there taunting me all the time and falling off. It
was like a really high quality hat. It wasn't like a costume level hat. It was more like something that you would have gotten at a Western store. It was super high quality, but I don't think the pictures translated that well. So I think that's why it took a long time to sell. We had gotten that in the Goodwill bins for 68 cents, and it eventually sold for $20.
Took a long time, but we made $10 on that?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Considering what it was, that's really good.
For sure. Next up was a 2001 7-inch white plush stuffed polar bear. This was our daughter's, and so we had no cost on it. It was probably a gift or something. And it sold for $8.99.
As we're always saying, list all the things around your house.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't donate them without checking first.
Yeah. I mean, $8.99 though, but still.
$3.75? We made $3.75?
It's true, yeah.
It was only this big, little bitty thing.
I don't know. And before we move on to the next thing, I want to pause for just a moment and invite you to subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed already. It's the #1 thing that you can do to support us. And also, we would really, really appreciate it. So take just a minute to go down and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell right next to it so you'll be informed of when we post all of our new videos. And make sure to hit that thumbs up button right next to it. And we're going to do something fun in today's video to just entertain ourselves and hopefully entertain you. Cevin is going to do a palate taste testing on me. I'll let him explain exactly what's going to happen.
So I got 5 random things from the ingredients from the kitchen, and I'm going to let her see if she can tell what they are. And these are all things she uses all the time, so she should be able to tell what everything is.
I'm going to be blindfolded. I have to use my sense of smell and my sense of taste.
She should be able to get them. She cooks with a lot, so she should be able to get it right away.
Yeah. So, you ready to get started? I guess what you should do is show them what it is and maybe what it looks like if it's possible. And then can you show them on the piece of paper what it is?
I'll show the piece of paper.
Okay, that's good.
As we're going.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. All right, let's do
All right,
it.
suit up. I'm glad I wrote them down because I don't remember what everything is.
Okay, I'm a little bit scared.
Which one's the Drano?
Don't threaten me.
With a good time. All right.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Number 1. Here, I'll just let you grab the spoon and then you can put it in your mouth. You know how spoons work, right?
I can't tell.
All right, you have a spoonful.
Okay, did you show him what it is?
Not yet.
Okay, tell me when.
Okay.
Okay. Is it going to spill or anything?
Now, if you put it in your mouth.
Ugh. Oh, that's a lot of that. Italian seasoning?
No. That's why I said you probably wanted your drink handy.
Ugh.
You want to guess again?
Mm-hmm. Dry parsley.
No.
Yuck.
You want the answer?
No, I want to try one more time.
You want some more?
Definitely not. Gosh, it wasn't Italian seasoning?
Nope. She's going by texture, I can tell.
Oregano?
No.
I don't know.
Dill. The answer is
Dill.
dill.
Oh, yeah, I can taste it now.
She knows
Yeah.
the dill.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
Wait, what's the dill over here? Okay, there. Okay.
Next up. Grab
Okay.
the spoon. Hand out.
Okay.
Don't tilt it. All right.
Did you show him what it is?
Not yet.
Okay. You have to tell me when to go.
Okay.
I'm scared this time. This is mean.
What do you mean?
Garlic powder.
No.
Onion powder.
No.
Horrible powder.
You literally cook with this all the time. I'm surprised you didn't get this right away.
Ugh. Damaged for life after this.
Do you want to guess again?
Yeah, but hold on. I'm experiencing like a psychedelic experience from this.
Wow, it's going to get worse from here too, so look out.
Thyme?
Yes! Congratulations.
That was ground thyme, you guys. Ugh. I'm still recovering from that one. I need a minute.
All right. This was her idea, just remember.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right, here's the spoon. Okay.
Oh. Cayenne pepper.
Very good. I thought you'd get that one right away. I'm going to try some of that. I gave you very little to be nice. Ooh, it is a little spicy.
Oh my God. Why? Why?
I didn't want to give you that one last because that would be mean.
Oh God, I can't taste anything though now. My tongue is like legit numb. All right, my tongue is still numb, but I'm ready for the next one.
I'm sorry. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I thought it would be funny. Okay, here's the next one.
I'm legitimately scared now.
It can't be as bad as cayenne, right?
I actually can't taste anything. Like, I can't taste anything for the cayenne.
I burned it out. You're blowing it all over yourself.
I like it. It doesn't taste like anything.
Maybe you need more.
Yeah.
I didn't give you very much because I was afraid to.
My taste buds are shot.
All right, don't breathe into the spoon. Take it like a spoon.
I can't taste anything. Get ginger.
It's ginger. Very good. That's pretty good. I didn't know if you'd get that one. All right, there's only one left. You ready for this?
No.
You can do it.
That was pretty spicy, too.
I was thinking about that after the fact, like, ginger's kind of spicy. This one won't be as spicy.
This better be sugar.
It is not sugar. But, hold on, I need to show them what it is. Be careful. You just take that spoon, that won't hurt you. Promise.
Hoisin.
Yep. I knew you'd like that.
Let me have the rest of
Yeah,
that.
see? Here, I'll give you a full spoonful of that. I knew you'd like that one.
It's gonna help me out.
I knew you'd like that one as a closer. That's why I left that one for last. Because it'll cool her down. It's sweet. And it's one of her favorite things. Delicious
Am I done?
hoisin sauce. That's it.
Oh my God. My tongue.
There's more hoisin if you want some.
No, I'm good. So when I made the suggestion to use ingredients, I didn't think you'd get all the ingredients from the spice cabinet.
I didn't really know where else to get
That
them.
was a little rough.
And so I just decided, I'll try it. And I almost didn't get the cayenne, but I was like, no, I'm going to sneak it in on her. Which was actually quite entertaining. Although I was worried about you for a second.
I was just completely numb in there. I was like, how am I going to taste the next thing? And I actually couldn't. I couldn't taste any of it.
Well, that's why I ended you with the hoisin. Just the sweet, sugary coolness would help you out.
All right. Well, let us know if you guys enjoyed that. And if you
She didn't enjoy it.
I did not enjoy it. It's just the cayenne was like intense.
Yeah.
And if you want me to do the same thing for Kevin next week, or if you have
No, thanks.
any other ideas for challenges that we can do as part of these videos. All
We're
right.
trying to spice it up.
Spice it up. All right, well, we will continue with what sold. Next up was a lot of 4 TDK and Sony DVC or mini DV digital video cassette tapes for a camcorder. They were new in the package. We got these at the thrift store for 91 cents and they sold for $22.99.
I literally pick up new and packaged blank media every time I see it. Mm-hmm. I never leave new and packaged media behind.
It's true.
Because we can always lot it together and it always sells.
And also because he's addicted.
Yeah. It does give me a warm fuzzy in the tummy when I pick up a sealed blank media. I don't know why. It just reminds me of childhood, maybe. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
He has no problem.
It's an addiction, I admit.
Next up was a book. It was called Apple Training Mac OS X Server Essentials, and it was from 2008. We got this at a thrift store for 81 cents. It only sold for $10.38.
Yeah, we didn't make much on that.
Not great on that
I
one.
just randomly picked that up. I shouldn't have.
Well,
but
so
it's
we
all.
didn't know. Yeah. Next up was a really good sale. This was a 2020 Disney Parks men's Main Street USA, and it had an all-over trash can print on it, and it was new at the tags. This sold on Poshmark for $30.
We paid $1 for it at garage sale.
Yeah, we only paid $1. We got that at that garage sale where we got all the Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Next up was a vintage 2000 Serta plush stuffed this was one of the counting sheep. And we've sold many of the counting sheep before. This one was one that was branded with Trump Home. And
which I don't even know what that is.
I'm sure it's like
Martha Stewart home or something?
Yeah, I'm sure it's like Donald Trump home. Yeah, sure. But it's from 2000, so it's from 24 years ago. That we got at a rummage sale for $1 with 2 other counting sheep that we already sold a long time ago, and it sold for $18. Next up was a Loot Crate item. This was a 1.25-inch enamel March 2016 Alien versus Predator pen. It was new in the package. We got this at a garage sale for 50 cents, and it sold for $8.44. Next up was another really good sale for this week. This was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in Croatian. And it was a hardcover book. We got this at the thrift store for $5.98, and it sold for $90.38.
Nice.
I know.
If you remember, we bought a whole bunch of them in all different languages. We found at the thrift store, and most of them have sold. I think we only have a few left now.
I know. I think.
And all of them, only like one of them was not valuable.
Yeah, that was the Spanish one that was not. Yeah, probably just more common here.
It is.
Next up was a gift book called Wings of Silver by the brand C.R. Gibson. And it was new in a gift box and everything. This came from a thrift store for $1.08, and it sold for $20 even. Next up was a 2002 Lego Bionicle. It was incomplete, but it had the canister with no lid. Bionicle Legos are something you want to be on the lookout for. I think they were like a real short run Lego item, and there are lots of collectors of Bionicle. We've sold parts and pieces of Bionicles before. If you can find a complete Bionicle, that will sell for a lot. So be on the lookout for those. We got this at a garage sale for 50 cents, and it sold for $21.99.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah. Next up was a lot of 9 issues of Harvard Business Review magazine from 2010, and it also had a magazine storage box. We got a bunch of Harvard Business Reviews from a family member. We had no cost. This is the first set to sell for $49.99.
I couldn't believe them that sold so fast.
I know.
It sold pretty fast, too.
Hopefully the rest of them will
Yeah,
sell.
we have 10 more, so hopefully they'll all sell.
Next up was a Banana Republic women's gray cable knit wool blend boyfriend sweater. We got this out of the bins for $1.41, and it sold for $18.38. Next up was a postcard print of Piano Roses by a Texas Impressionist artist named Henrietta Milan. This came from the other business that we own, which is a custom picture frame shop, and that sold for $8.99. Next up was a genuine Microsoft wireless desktop receiver. I think it was for a mouse, right?
I think so.
Okay. So that was just the receiver, only like a replacement part. We got this at a rummage sale for 27 cents, and it sold for $14.99. Next up was a lot of 3 Homies figurines. This one included Romo and Julia, Dalmatian, and Loco the Psycho Clown. We got those out of a storage unit for 78 cents, and those sold for $10 even. Next up was an Oneida silver plate King James flatware dinner fork and soup spoon. We got these at a thrift store in a big bag of flatware. We paid 29 cents for them, and we sold them for $15 even. Next up was a Reader's Digest video called It's Branson!
Exclamation point.
It was from 1999, and it was new in the package, sealed. This is the second one.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 of these, and they both sold randomly. I would have never thought that would have sold. We got that for 13 cents, and it sold for $9.99. Next up was a vintage Polaroid flash gun flash bulb attachment model number 268 with 2 bulbs and an original box. We got this at a garage sale for just 22 cents. This came in that big box of camera equipment.
Just random camera equipment.
Mm-hmm. And it sold for $24.99. Next up is a Maker's Mark bourbon whiskey bandana. This we got out of the Goodwill bins for $1.18, and it sold for $9.99. Next up was a Lego Minecraft crafting box, dual-sided fold-out poster. It did have some wear on it. We found this in the Goodwill bins for $1.03, and it sold for $9.24. Next up was an IKEA Portis wall shelf drying rack. It was new in the box. Kevin got this at the thrift store for $3.24, and it sold for $42.
Nice.
Yeah. IKEA stuff, man. Sometimes that stuff will go for a lot.
New in box IKEA stuff, yeah. Make sure you always check it.
Yeah. Next up was a pair of Skull Candy. They were actually called 2XL by Skull Candy. DJ headphones with articulating, what did I say?
Articulating.
Okay, I thought I said it wrong. I don't know why. With articulating ear cups, and they were new in the package. We got these out of a storage unit for $1.16, and these sold for $20.69 on Mercari. Next up was a vintage 72-piece lot of Fisher-Price Sweet Streets dollhouse furniture, playmat, and dolls. And we had gotten that at a garage sale.
I think there was a couple of vehicles too.
Oh yeah, okay. And we had paid $5 for that at a garage sale for a big box of them, and it sold for $90 total on eBay.
Nice. It was
really
like
quickly.
$70 and $20 shipping.
Two different product lines from Fisher-Price that you want to be on the lookout for related to dollhouse stuff are this Sweet Streets, and another one is Loving Family. Those are two that you want to be on the lookout for. They can sell for a lot, so be on the lookout for.
And when you bought this, you thought it was Loving Family.
I thought it was Loving Family. They do look very similar in the way that they're kind of from the same time. Sweet Streets, the dolls
king of the beat.
are a lot smaller, and the furniture is a little bit smaller. Loving Family, the dolls are a lot bigger. Sweet Streets, they're like, the dolls are this big, and Loving Family, they're more like this big. So anyway, just be on the lookout for those because they can be worth a lot.
And it sold really fast.
Next up was a men's Cool, the brand is Cool, Kuhl, quarter zip fleece outdoor cashmere pullover sweatshirt. We got this at a garage sale for $2 and it sold for $25.48. It is a brand that sells very, very quickly. Next up is an item we got actually at the same garage sale where we got the Cool sweatshirt. This was 2 PlayStation 2 games, including God of War and Madden 2001. They were both disc only. And these we paid $2 for. They sold for only $9.99, but they did sell really fast.
Yeah, those went quick. At least we got rid of them. And those 2 PSP games we sold at the very beginning were from also that same sale.
Yeah. So
we just paid $1 for all the games. Instead of looking them up, we just bought them all.
Yeah.
Because you can always make something on them.
You can always make lots,
These 2
too.
we didn't make much on, but
no.
We made money on the other stuff we bought there.
Exactly. If we can get games for like $1 or less, usually
we don't bother looking them up.
We don't bother looking them up, and we'll usually get them because we can put them aside and make big lots out of them at some point. Yeah. And games just tend to sell. So unless they're, really like child level Wii games or something, or a lot of sports
or
games.
Wii Fit.
Yeah.
Don't buy Wii Fit.
Yeah, Wii Fit.
Everywhere I go, there's 100 copies of Wii Fit.
But Wii Sports you want to buy.
Wii Sports you do want.
Yeah.
And
That's
Mario
like the
Kart.
number 1 selling game on eBay. So let's go over all of our totals.
Right.
So we had 52 sales in total.
Seems like that's our standard, 50.
Yeah, it is.
Right at 50, right below 50. Just right, 50's our point.
Yeah. We're gonna work on that though.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That was for an average sale price of $22.06.
Not that great. It's weird that it's so low because we didn't sell any single cards this week. And you notice we didn't sell a single card this week.
Yeah.
We sold that one set and nothing else. And normally we sell a bunch of cards. It's very weird.
They come in waves. They do.
Cards are fickle.
But remember I was saying that we had a bunch of low value sales and then just a few really big ones.
Yeah.
It was a weird week.
It brought the sale price down.
Yeah.
But the profit was about right.
Yeah.
Total
so
sales.
that made for total sales of $1,146.89 and a net profit of $634.48. So next on our list is going to be in 2 weeks, we're going to have a garage sale, a big garage sale. We're going to clean out a lot of our inventory, our old inventory that we've already pre-marked to go into the garage sale. So if you guys are local to the Dallas-Fort Worth area and want to connect with us to come look at any of the items that we have, reach out to us on Instagram. And actually, if you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you go down to our description box below, click the link to follow us on Instagram, and you can reach out to me through direct messages on Instagram, and maybe we can connect for you guys to come visit us at our garage sale. All right, well, we will catch you guys
on the flip
flip
side.
side. Bye.